Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 7. This is the final week of content for this class. Next week, we'll simply be uploading your final project, your final presentation, and then participating in a short group discussion or discussion. So this week's overview and resources, there's not a lot to it. It's mainly just using your textbook. The objectives are looking at qualitative and quantitative data analysis. The majority will be quantitative, but it depends on what your specific project is dealing with as well. We'll be looking at correlation and simple linear regression, as well as multiple regression and model building. The regression models were brought in last week so that you could talk and think about your hypotheses, and if your final project you wanted to use regression or ANOVA. So that's why I don't have any extra resources for you in that. Simply just looking at the Donnelly text, chapters 14 and 15, there is a lot of math involved in that, but the main thing that I want you to figure out and understand is what the actual model of a regression looks like, so that y equals your beta times your x values, so your coefficient times your independent variables plus your y-intercept. Sorry, I couldn't think of that for a second. So look at chapters 14 and 15. Again, understanding that math, the math behind the model, Excel will do. So the only math you need to understand is what the model looks like, so what form it takes. The y equals your coefficients times your independent variables plus your intercepts, and then how you can apply that to figure out the predicted number. All of that will be shown in the Excel videos on how to conduct a regression analysis. There will be a video on linear regression and then one on multiple regression as well. And then you've got chapter 7 homework and your applied assignment for this week. So looking at the homework, it's posted. You have 9 questions. There's an Excel file that goes along with questions 8 and 9. Question 8, you'll need to run a linear single regression. Question 9, you'll need a multiple regression, but Excel does all that for you. You just have to look at interpreting it. And then there is no discussion this week. For your applied assignment this week, I want you to look at the hypotheses that you talked about in your discussion from last week, and using your own data, either develop 2 ANOVA problems or 1 regression problem. And that regression should use 1 independent and at least, or 1 dependent and at least 2 independent variables. So then I want you to clearly state your hypotheses for the problem above, or problems, depending on if you do 2 ANOVAs or 1 regression. You don't have to do all. So again, 2 ANOVA problems or 1 regression model problem. And then actually conduct the hypotheses tests. So use Excel, run the tests, and then explain your results. And that is all for week 7. If you have any questions, please let me know.